Twitch and watch it. Oh fuck,
Okie
I forgot
dokie.
to take.
Let me post in the announcement, see the events.
I have a friend request. Maryland.
Hey guys, my name is Kobe.
Do you have the Twitch link, by the way?
Yeah, I'm gonna post it in announcements.
Okay.
You might want to post a new. By the way, they can hear you. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So. Actually, you know what? Do you want them not to hear you?
I think I'm gonna mute myself then. Okay.
Okay.
So who's gonna be giving this to the before anything? Who's gonna be giving the speech? You before me, or how is it gonna
go
be?
first.
Alrighty, if you want.
And then here.
Thank you. So I could just post it in the thing really quickly.
Yeah, go ahead and post it in your personal Discord, and then post it on the Steam group. I'll get this the
Okay.
Discord.
Yeah. There's no problem.
Alright. How is everyone doing in chat? I see there are 3 people. Okay. Let me just make sure that the stream is working correctly. And this is a small test. Damn, why's my stuff buffering? Oop. Okay, there's... Yeah, my phone is... Yeah, my phone is giving me some trouble, so... Looks like I'm gonna have to... Give me some trouble. Everything looks good. Let me go ahead and switch to video game.
Medic is calling. I've got a contract for you.
Chances here. Isaac Clark 115, thank you for following. I do want to stay kind of respectful and quiet. Mark, thanks for following. I hope the audio is okay. Just let me know if it's not. I can tweak the settings a little bit. Alright, at least on my end, thank you for joining the Twitch stream. I know it's a little laggy. At least on my phone.
Alright. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. It's a very, very special day for many reasons. One being mainly our graduates, our very own Our World Now graduates, and those in the TF2 community as well. A couple of rules that we have mentioned prior, okay? I'm sorry. Yes, people are falling in. All right. Let's see here. One of our staff members do lead the people that are coming in to into the theater room if you can, please. Thank you. We'll wait a few more minutes before everyone to fall in. Okay? It's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much. Apologies.
Do want to say if anyone is having family members or if anyone's friends want to actually watch this stream, right now we are streaming on twitch.tv/ourworld now the Rebirth. I'll post the link in the chat. You can also find it in the Discord or the Steam. Colonel, you can go ahead. Well, it's up to Empress. Empress, what do you think? Yeah, why is... Also, Empress, make sure to look at your Discord then. I just
Yes,
sent
thank
a
you so
message.
much. Alrighty, thank you.
Help! Every one of you deserves a
I
medal!
spare no expense on luxuries.
Stab, stab, stab. God save the Queen! The worm has turned, gentlemen! Get to it!
It's like Christmas morning.
Oh, I'm really hit.
Just gonna tab out here for a second. I know it streams pause, so do forgive me. Just want to make sure that everything's coming through.
Ah, she's a beaut.
Shall we?
Yes!
Oh no.
Okay, over here, man.
Now, don't tell
Behind you guys. Come on.
God save the Queen!
Alright, then after the last few people file on in here, we'll get going.
Sorry about being late. My game crashed. Or not my game, but my computer
It's okay.
crashed.
It's okay.
Actually, no, not this way, because this is where the graduates go. Instead, we go up there.
I'm a graduate, though.
Oh, okay then.
Report to Sethi. Alright.
Sorry about that.
Alright, Verich. Verich. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a seat.
It's so funny on my end because I have a custom sound.
Yes, thank you so much.
God save the Queen! Come on, you fuckers!
I love it.
Excellent.
Medic! 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 Medic!
Thanks, mate.
Okay.
Medic!
Jam, do you think you can teleport Grease to this room?
Very nice.
Well,
No! I don't know the bring. Well, I mean, I only know the bring command, and I don't know how to. Because there's no bring command here. Andrew? I need help!
Yeah, Andrew. Grease.
Good
Grease master. Alright. So now that everyone's sort of made their way in here.
God save the Queen!
Yeah, no voice taunting, no taunts regularly. We want to get this on the way. Alright. And Mikhail W201, thank you for following. I know it's going to say it's paused,
Don't be
but
shooting your weapons, otherwise you will be shot on sight. Okay?
we're kicked.
Can we put
Yes.
God mode on the graduates, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to do that, Jim.
Oh, please.
Alright.
Thank you.
Alright. I've played it. But alright. Now to get this ceremony underway. Maybe if you wanna
Alrighty then. So. For everyone joining us, thank you so much for having us and staying with us here today.
Ooh, no.
And first and foremost, why is everyone so quiet? We should be celebrating at the moment. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is a very, very special moment in our lives, or in the lives of, people. Thank you so much, Sangwon, for coming here with us, everyone. Battle Screech, everyone. Battle Screech. Okay. Be prideful. Be happy. Alright, so. Alright, everyone. Family, friends, acquaintances of the TF2 community, group owners, friends, mutual friends, everyone from all walks of life, right? Thank you so much. And today we celebrate the commencement of the potential graduate candidates of 2020. May they please come forwards. With us here today, about 6 of our World Now's graduates that were unfortunately, deprived of their status of becoming a potential graduate candidate this year, the year of 2020. Okay. Sorry about that, my ping is acting up. But this is something to behold, alright, everyone. Not everyone makes it to this level, or perhaps even milestone in their lives, okay? Everyone has a battle to defeat, to overcome, right? Eventually inspires others in their wake. Here, the Emperor and I, we wish to plant a couple of seeds, within, your souls, if anything. Not surgically, of course not surgically, right? Right, Maxie?
No.
But
Andrew, can you please step outside with me?
thank you.
I'm afraid not.
Anywho, we're
Andrew,
here
what the
to
hell?
instill our own experience, a couple of advices we wish to give to each and every one of you incoming graduate candidates of 2020. Okay? Alright, to begin, right? Since our world now has always been presented and has, demonstrated that we are very, very widely diverse, right? Ranging from members and player base of, all walks of life, ranging from the brony fandom to the furry fandom, many other communities as well, right?
A lot of people.
Different area codes, countries, socioeconomic statuses, demographics, etc.
Start praying, boy.
Coming from our very own, but first and foremost, I would like to thank our prior staff member, Full is Full, Ravenous, right, for coming forwards and, you know, helping us out as well. Here's a couple of experiences during my time, right? So, a long time ago, I attended an early college program, right, in my city. This was a very, you know, presumed prestigious program for, you know, students who are, you know, low to poverty income, right? I was back then low income, right? And with this, right, with this disparity, right, many things seem to be out of reach for me, right? Of course, Woodson's also going to give his experience, but by the way, right, so we're going to continue, right? Long ago, I used to be, you know, not really blessed to have a lot of the things that I have now, right? Family started off as, you know, from the very, very bottom, right? Things seem to be out of reach, healthcare, anything, right? However, my mother, you know, I'm very blessed to have my parents. And, you know, I really wish that everyone does have their parents, if not a parental figure in their lives, right? I'm sorry, I'm just getting a bit teary. It's kind of like very beautiful to see this. To just be honored, and, you know, we're very honored to actually present you guys. I'm sorry. So, back then, we were presented with a lot of things, right? That troubled our lives. It plagued a lot of what we were, you know, as every human should have in their lives, to make it at least a bit easier and better, right? Healthcare seemed to be very out of reach for us, since insurances and everything else were very difficult to obtain, right? Or very expensive. And my mother had just graduated at the age of 17. My father, you know, with her, right? They left the house very young, right? She was 17 when she left her house. Imagine that. 17-year-old casted out into the world of despair, disorder, a lot of disparities, right? Beyond their reach, with barely a high school diploma, right? Thankfully, they did graduate. With a high school diploma, they found that there was a lot of things in their lives that needed to be solved, right? But of course, a minimum paying job was not going to do for a growing family. When I first came into the world, I was born at a malpractice, right? The doctors that unfortunately, you know, took me out of the birth canal. You know, I was a C-section, by the way, tumor baby, right? I would call it a tumor baby. I'm playing with Maxie right now. We always like joke around it, but it presented a lot of disparities, a lot of disparity because, and disadvantage because not only was my family at, you know, either very low
Sorry, on my
income,
side,
and they
if,
couldn't afford any of the,
if you hear a lot
they
of
couldn't afford any of the
work
treatment, right? But thankfully there are
Nothing I
programs
really
out there
can do
such as
about that.
Shriners. I really give a big shout out to them because, you know, without them I wouldn't have survived, I wouldn't have thrived to where I am now. Many years of therapy came afterwards, but thankfully at the cost of nothing. Just for their, just as long as, you know, we held our own and we remained true to ourselves. That's all they asked. Doctors there were very, very beautiful people. Had a good impact in my life. So going forwards, right? Going forwards. Life afterwards, after that experience, I've went through a lot of years of therapy. My parents, thankfully, they were very supportive of me, you know, growing up. And when my sister came along, even, they managed to pull through because my mother decided to pursue a higher education and a better job. Because as studies have shown, everyone, if you do pursue a degree, even if it's associates, even a vocational program, you are not guaranteed a job, right? But it proves that you have another chance at, you know, higher chance of obtaining a job, of course. So that more experience, much more experience you have, the much more certifications you have under your belt, you have a higher chance of obtaining a job. And that's something, you know, it's hard work and dedication, but furthermore, it was very lengthy, right? My battle in academia was very lengthy because I experienced a lot of the bullying, as many of us have, right? Bullying because of the color of my skin. I wasn't as, presumed deemed Mexican enough, right? I am Mexican, by the way. A lot of bullying, interracial bullying. It was unacceptable. But of course, the teachers wouldn't bat the eye, and I just had to endure it. But thankfully, around pre-kinder to the first grade, I met my best friend Patsy, and I know that a lot of those who are very close to me, they know about the stories of Patsy, right? She was a very troublemaking child. She came from a very poverty family, but she was my only friend growing up, right? She was known throughout the school as the mean person, that she was a very troublesome person. She will never have been taught at all. She was unteachable. She caused a lot of trouble. Like, she would even assault some of the teachers and everything. And people will question me, why are you friends with her? Right? I saw something in her. I know she has a lot of potential. Back then, you know, she and I actually met because we started fighting right at first. I wasn't going to take any of that. So I just started, we just fought, and I ended up, becoming friends with her through that circumstance for some reason. But she's always had my back until cancer claimed her at the age of 14. She had colon cancer, which affects women over 40. It was very surprising, and I saw her degrade from a very thick and very loving person, very lively, very full of life, right, into nearly a corpse. He even touched her. She wouldn't even go near her. She would fear, and she couldn't even open her eyes because everything burned. It was very difficult watching this. I vowed that I would never I'm sorry. I vowed that, I would never give up. I would do everything I can for her. All in her name. Furthermore, right, the years following were full of depression. They were difficult for me, but because I had that ambition to do everything for her, right, carry on her name, I decided to push through. It wasn't easy. It was very difficult, but at the end of the day, sorry about that. Yeah, at the end of the day, you had to push forward, not only for yourself, but for, those who have made an impact in your lives. All right. So thankfully, because of this early college program, I proceeded. I wanted to give up, but no, I proceeded. My life in academia wasn't very easy. Okay. Especially in the early college program, you were posted to be being a dual enrollment program, taking college courses and such. For me, it was, I don't know, it was just like it was something interesting, an interesting experience, because it molded me into a professional person in academia and real life. You learn how to manage, not only your life offline, but you also learn how to manage your life online too. All this while maintaining about 3 jobs and de-stressing by playing games, exercising, just managing your life, right? Very interesting experience. I graduated high school on 2014 during the fall of OWN, the original OWN, right? I came back onto Steam, right, at the same time, right? And in 2017, I met Wooten, right, through this whole operation. Oh my god, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, right, everyone? But I came back. My academic career was still, it was still shifting because I wanted to go to medical school, but I couldn't because of this thing with my grandfather. Right, I took care of him for 9 years, right, while having 3 other jobs, right, teaching, doing warrants at one point in my life, right, for my sheriff's department, and taking care of him in general. It was a job. For me, I would consider it a job, because, he wasn't a regular person, okay? I have a lot of people in my life that I looked, to support and sustain, to live for, right? And I live mainly for him, for Patsy, for many of us, right? Each of us have these type of people in our lives, right? However, through this experience, right, it presented a lot of hardship, but we grow as people, as individuals in this unfair society. And because of this, I don't really see the excuse of, coming from a very bad, household, coming from a very bad demographics, that you should be a crappy person to other people. Stay wholesome. Remember that. Always have to stay strong during these type of things, right? They're tests. I'd say that they're tests by the Lord, right? Next, about a few months back, right before this whole pandemic happened, I don't mean to vent, right? I don't want to be venting. I'm just talking about the experience, right? I would always be teaching my students, right, whenever I can, and because it's part-time, right? I managed to, because of this whole experience, I managed to become a teacher, science, 7 to 12 certification, right, in Texas. I taught biology, I taught physics, good stuff, right? Very, very good stuff. A very good passion. It's all you have to do is just find yourself to distract yourself in, just falling into the bad world, the badness of the world. Because this world is full of egotistical people. They're full of very, very bad people, but it doesn't mean that you should be bad. Okay. Next. Let's see. So So with the thing with my grandfather, I took care of him a lot, right? I know you guys would sometimes see me like, oh, I'll be right back. It's because I'm tending him or I'm cleaning the house for him, right? He couldn't do things by himself. He was, he was like a baby, right? A big baby, right? He didn't know any better of himself. He would think that jelly was hand cream. That's how bad it was, right? But I still love the man nonetheless, right? As if he was my own, right? As you know, I love all of you guys a lot. However, it's okay, let them join. But however, in March, I did meet a couple of people during my academic career, right? By the way, I started my master's degree I believe in 2018. I should be set to hopefully graduate this year, but I met an interesting person by the name of Josh, and I believe that Wooten did talk to you about Josh, right? He was my research partner. He was a very, very good person. He was amazing, right?
And the Twitched, thanks for the follow. And do wanna... Why is Empress a robot? Don't know. I will be going on appointments soon. I won't be joining. It's alright. See you, Cyber.
Sure. In the field of psychology, right? Even though I'm sociology, my minor psychology, by the way.
I do apologize because the
he helped me,
was kind of
right?
slow.
He helped me, and we helped each other.
And my phone
but
is not
he held
responding that
himself
well.
back because it was a lot of stress.
I'm gonna try.
And that's the one thing you should never do, right? When you're pursuing something, you should never hold yourself back. Always talk to someone. Reach out, alright? There's a reason why I always try to check up on each and every one of you. Isolate yourselves, or if I feel that you're struggling, right? I can tell, alright? However, in March, he just had enough of it. And he became from a very talkative person, full of life, into a person that was very, very quiet, just isolating himself. He was very distant. And I remember the day before my class started, the professor broke the news to us that he, unfortunately, he committed suicide. Okay? That was a massive shock, right? That was a massive shock to us because he was a person full of potential. He was an amazing, beautiful person, alright? That's all I could say, right? was cool. He was a very good, interesting person, full of life, had a lot of ambition to join, become a psychologist, a licensed psychologist. Even joined the MACP program in my university. But all of that was thrown away because, it wasn't his fault either, but I feel they could have been managed better. I'm sorry. And in that same week, right, it was very difficult for us, because, when you're in a graduate school, or your graduate level class, you're less than 10 people, right? Maybe even at least around 15 at most, right? But we all become family, right? We become very, very close. We have each other's phone numbers. We expect to, we back each other up in case, the professor tries to incinerate us. We try to give our feedback, hey, disproving their points, right? Next, that same week, however, it was a very big shock. I don't know, it just brought me a flashback as to, my friend Patsy from earlier on. And I wasn't sure if I would go through with it, right? So I just stuck around with Wooten, I stuck around with you guys during that time, and it was very difficult to manage, right? Depression hit, and then at the same week of the day of his funeral, right? It was on the same week as that, his death. It was on a Friday, and my grandfather decides to go with him, right? And then following that, the pandemic hits. It was very difficult. The time was very difficult. However, what kept me going was my ambition to help my students, stay with my friends here in Own and every other community, right? And continue on with my education, because it really depends, right, on how you manage yourself and how to pace yourself mainly. You take things based on what I learned one day at a time, right? And surround yourself with people that are very supportive and not people who are just willing to beat you down because of misfortunes like these. Because during life, you will lose friends, you will lose, your family members. But it doesn't mean that you should lose yourself. Okay? You take your time to heal, as I did. I know that I'm not gonna recover anytime soon, but just have to stay strong. That's all I say, right? And when you're pursuing all these things, right, during your time in school and everything, it does impact it. It does impact your performance. It does impact the way that you do well on your essays, your thesis prompts and everything. But at the same time, communicate with your teachers, communicate with your professors. Some of them are the most loving people, and they were willing to work with you. Okay. So I graduated my my undergraduate degree in biology, right? In 2018, I remember that Wooten did post about it, and a lot of people flooded the commencement ceremony for my university. Many of those being known, and I remember Tickles. I remember a lot of people went. It was wild. I remember that the university was even talking about it, hey, who are these people? But it was amazing. The main thing was amazing, right? Everyone's amazing in their own ways. So hopefully, throughout this whole experience, it was a battle. Because at the beginning, so fresh, and when you finish, you're gonna be crawling towards the finish line, but you're gonna see that it was worth it. All right. At the end of the day, it was damn worth it. Okay. So hopefully in December 2020, says September or December 2020, I'm going to be graduating my master's degree in sociology with a minor in psychology. And I hopefully wish to, aspire to become either a probation officer or of equivalence. All right. So, yes, I did invite people in the community, so this is a TF2 based graduation. But yes, but anyways, right, some more advice that I would greatly, give to every one of you: be very patient, okay? If you're not patient, practice your patience. Because that's a beautiful quality to have, especially when you're going, to work in the workforce. Whatever you decide to pursue, even if you don't wish to, pursue a higher education, right? Work with what you have. That's something beautiful, because I believe that, living your life day by day is something that should be done, okay? Experience new things, meet new people, travel if you can, okay? gain that experience. So that way when you're old and, grown and just sitting on that chair, right, with surrounded by your grandchildren, you have tales to tell, right? Okay, I used to be part of this group online. Hey, I did so many things, right? So many things. Like, I traveled to California, I went to see the Eiffel Tower in France, right? Make something of yourselves, right? Experience it. Go out, right? Go out, and especially, but not during this pandemic, though. You stay safe, but you know what I'm talking about, right? You digging?
No.
Go experience life, right? Go experience life as the way it should be. There are so many people yet to meet, so many people yet to, to hang with. So many friends yet to meet, to see, many worlds, part of the worlds to see. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish often, but English often, but however, the graduate candidates of 2020, that is what I bestow upon you, right? You make this promise to me, right? Make this promise to all of us, to your friends, to yourselves, right? Live it day by day. There's always different solutions to one problem. Remember that. It doesn't always have to be the negative solution. Always push forward to look for a positive one. Okay.
Heck yes.
Okay.
This being mentioned, right?
Here we go.
I hope you understand, the whole experience that I've taught or tried to tell you. All right. Next, I also wanted to push this for Wooten to go ahead and continue on, because I could go on for hours and hours and hours and hours, okay?
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
Yes. More importantly, congratulations. You're not out of the woods yet, though.
Okay. Alright, so as if you have been tuned into the Twitch stream, I just kind of said before I unmuted, today's the day. And here we go. So, graduating class of 2020. It truly is odd how we meet today on this medium for an exceedingly special reason. It's unfortunate that the novel coronavirus, known as COVID-19, has effectively curbed all the institution and modes of society around us, encompassing us in a global pandemic. Though it was only 2 years ago that I found myself walking across the stage and moving my tassel, which is, if you don't remember, is the little the droopy thing on your graduation cap, moving it from one side to the other, and receiving my diploma, which, for a fun fact with me, wasn't actually a... I'm sorry? Can you... No? Okay. So, moving the tassel aside, and then also making sure to get a diploma, which, by the way, wasn't actually real. I'm so... Can you not?
I love you.
Okay, but you're judging me out of the way. Alright. So, So, high school, as for many of you going through and even graduating today, is the most quick 4 years of your life. And I can hardly believe that I'm seeing the leaps and bounds that you all have made. Some of you have had the privilege of knowing since you've started your high school careers. You have developed exceedingly well, and the Empress and I are very proud of you. So as you close a chapter in this book of life, and a new chapter opens, let me now depart some knowledge to those graduates and to those who will be graduating in 2021 and onwards. So in 2018, I actually had a British literature class that had me conduct a final project to talk about my development through high school. For that project, I presented a life lesson from one of my favorite TV shows, which is from the BBC across the pond, Doctor Who. During the end of the reign of the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, he talks to his companion, citing, "It all goes away quick, doesn't it? Everything you are, like breath on a mirror. We all change when you think about it. We're all different people all through our lives. And that's okay, that's good. You gotta keep moving, just so long as you remember all the people that you used to be. I will not forget one line of this. Not one day, I swear. I will always remember when the doctor was me. And it's the truth, isn't it? We really are different people as we look back on life. Are you considerably the same person as you were 5 to 10 years ago? Absolutely not. But at the same token, because I am a Star Wars nerd, another life lesson comes in the form of Luke Skywalker's confrontation with Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi. And this goes around with the Doctor Who quote. So after Luke turns himself into Vader on Endor, "The Emperor has been expecting you," Vader says. Luke responds, "I know, Father." Vader responds, "So you've accepted the truth." Luke says, "I accepted the fact that you were once Anakin Skywalker, my father." And Vader harshly replies back, "That name no longer has any meaning for me." In this scene, Luke tried to illuminate that Vader is still Anakin Skywalker, to which Vader refuses and says the name means nothing to him. Though you may be different now, you are still a small token and seed of yourself. So I say to you, don't be ignorant of the past, but also don't look to it so often that it may dominate your future. Now, as the class of 2020 goes marching forward and you all begin your next journey of life, whether you decide to go into the workforce or you decide to go to college, our pride for you still exists. Own your life, no pun intended. Make it yours and be happy. For those going to college, I advocate for you to dig into the experience, but be smart. Attend your studies and never give less than your best. Make some new friends, learn some new things. But at the end of the day, that should be pretty common sense, shouldn't it? Either for some of you, your parents are paying it for it, or your family member, they're helping you go to college, or maybe you're paying for it out of pocket. We don't know. But it is your money, so spend it well. Just like if you're buying maybe a new computer or a new video game. Use the money that you actually spent. If you're going and taking yourself to college, or your family is, make them proud. But ultimately, enjoy life from now on. You've earned that much. Alright? That's it from me.
So a couple of moral lessons to be learned here, or advices. Take things day by day. Meet new people, but don't take crap from anyone, right? Trying to like trespass against you, right?
And then also, make sure that as you move on through life, make sure that you acknowledge that you are a different person. When you shut this chapter of your life away, you are effectively a new person. As I said before, 5-10 years ago, you're not the same person as you were. But I want to let you guys know that we are exceedingly proud of you, and that while you may acknowledge that you are a different person, don't shut that out. Because at the end of the day, rehearsing that speech with me, I said, and I'll paraphrase it obviously to fit the scenario, but at the end of that speech, I will not forget one line of this, not one day, I swear. I will always remember, and for me, it would be when the Emperor was me. For Mark, it may be, I will always remember when Mark was me. When Sethi says it, he says, I will always remember when Sethi was me. And you go through that chapter. Don't deny yourself. The past people that you have been, don't discredit them. They may have made mistakes and they may have been dark portions in your life, but you learned the most valuable of life lessons from them eventually. Alright? Alright, that's it from me.
I did it.
Alright. Maybe we're moving on. She is... I could insert the DSL. If I can insert the DSL sound. That's probably what's going on.
I see you, mate.
Alright. Empress, are you there? Yeah, Empress is just absolutely DSL.
Negatory.
It's just the dial-up tone. She's in the void. Here, give me 1 second. Hey, where are you? Oh, your computer crashed. Okay, what's the next step? I'll carry it out. Graduate candidates. You want me to get them on each side of the curtains on stage? Alright. So while Empress gets back, because she has just crashed. Yeah, it's a hard knock life. Anyway, there are 6 graduates, I believe. Yeah, is that about right? Awesome. Alright, so, little change of plans. Don't know what Empress talked to you about, but she gave me the go-ahead. This column right here with Sethi, go ahead and snake around all the way to the steps over there. And come around and line up in front of this wall here. And then with Mark, literally do the same thing, but on this side. And then we will wait for Empress. Go ahead. Keep following. Yep.
Appreciate it.
Oh, and other side of the wall, other side. So you want to go out here. Or is that where Empress had you guys go? Okay. Then I'll go by Empress's plan. Alright. So, while Empress gets back into the game, I know she wanted to introduce the graduating class. Or the graduating candidates, I believe is what we're addressing them as.
I think not.
So we're going to just wait here for a second. Wait until Empress gets back. There she comes. Andrew, do you think you can bring her to you and then she'll just jump down and get back to her place? Yeah. Okay. Listen, for those using taunts and using weapons and stuff in the crowd, I'll just reaffirm.
I see you, mate.
That's gonna be a boot. Don't make me boot anyone. Don't make me boot anyone. Like voice lines like that.
No.
No. No. Okay, give me 1 second. So who are you? Just got to do a little bit of checking. And let's see. Oh, actually, here, I got to sign back in. Oh Lord, please. I'm too weak.
Imposters.
Oh, I think I just saw her fly. There she is. Well, she was here, and then she just disappeared in a thin. Oh, there she is. Hello.
Sorry, my computer crashed.
All right. Well, I got them. I got them in their places. I didn't introduce anyone yet.
All right, everyone. So, sorry about that. We now present to you the candidates of the class of 2020. All right. We're going to go ahead and begin with, let's see here, a couple of people, right? Hard-working people. We'll begin with Sethi. All right. Come forwards. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Man, this lawnmower is really making my day. Alright. Let's see what she's got to pull up now. I think she's pulling
So,
up
Sethi is the Lord Commander of the Imperial Guard of our world now, alright? He's also a soldierman from the United States of America, right? He has a couple of experiences, right, during his field of academia, right, his career in academia, right, outside of OWN, right, offline. Alright, and here he mentions that, let's see here. So upon entering high school, right, it was presented to be a new chapter in his life, right? It contained a lot of adventures, friends, and funny moments, right? Moments of joy, moments of sorrow. And of course, as everyone has experienced, the hard times. But he's learned a lot from these experiences, right? Brotherhood, friendship, relying on yourself and, your friends. You will go through thick and thin, right? He also experienced a couple of things in education as well, right? He plans, right, in his future ambitions and in his future careers, he wishes to be a canine officer because of his love for dogs, right, and the large sense of duty within himself, right? Takes the initiative, right? He also wants to learn how to cook.
I love dogs.
Very beautiful skill to learn. I admire that.
I also want to
I wish all men can go ahead and learn how to cook.
I said it in my stream.
But anyways.
I said it in my stream.
No, but yes. And learn how to play guitar. Yes, I recommend that. String instruments are very, very interesting, right? And he also wants to serve the nation that he pledges his allegiance to, right? To protect his loved ones, his friends, his colleagues, and the citizens that depend on him, right? For him, this is the advice he gives to the incoming class, right, of 2021. Life is a large, grueling, unforgiving mountain. You must keep going on and on. Climb up to the top and let nothing stop you. That is his message. Yes. Is there anything you wish to say, Sethi, before we go and continue onwards?
Oh boy.
Thank you, Sethi. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. We're going to go ahead and move onwards. Thank you so much, Sethi, and congratulations. Go to your respective place and area. Let's go. On a double, let's go, let's go.
Can I do
Alright.
the next person?
Of course.
Alrighty. So we're going to be calling up Mark Mall. Get up here, man. Proud of you, my man. Alright, so this is Mark Mall. He is a sniper main. It says here, his history with OWN and his academic history is he had joined OWN back in 2013 when OWN was at the peak of its popularity. I was amazed by Lone Wolf's SFMs and I decided to join the group. Overall, I was having a good time until the first year of my high school came. I didn't participate much in the old OWN activities because of school matters, and to be honest, I failed the first 2 years of high school. Those 2 years have a much darker chapter in my life. but I must say that I wouldn't be who I am right now if that period had never happened. And in those years, plus the 5 years that have passed in my new high school, shaped me into much more mature and a judgeful person. Back in 2014, OWN had ended, and I was still in my old high school. It saddened me a little, but I had to move on. From that point, I never thought I'd see OWN again, until 2019 arrived. It was mid-December, and I had seen a few of my new OWN Rebirth. I had seen a few of the new OWN Rebirth SFM videos. I knew there were a few videos about new OWN, but I was never investigated about them. So one day in mid-December, I saw one of them again, and only then did I see that there was a Discord group, and here I am. I never thought I'd be back here in OWN, but I'm happy that I did what to say. In these 5 years, it's been wild. A lot changed, and a lot I have changed. New friends, new objectives, new lifestyles, and of course new knowledge. I learned much. Literature, languages, history, and more. When the ride ends, pretty soon, I'm planning to go to university, and then I will keep my story writing going. I always wished to be a storyteller when I was much younger, so I'm giving it a shot. A lot of work ahead, but it's necessary for a better future. Now his advice for the 2021 class. His advice is, never stop believing in what you believe. You may change your beliefs, but never let anyone change them for you. My last piece of advice is to always look at all the opportunities that lay in your sight, because eventually the right opportunity will present itself to you. Give a warm round of applause again for Sethi and Mark Mall for graduating. Fantastic work. Alright. So that being said, we'll go ahead and move on to the next graduation candidate. So Mark, you can head down to your position then. Alright. Am I doing the next one, or do you want?
I'll do it, hold on. Okay. Let's see here. Wanted to do DJ Scout. Come forward, please. DJ. Alright everyone, this is DJ Scout. He is the High Colonel of the Rebirth Army of our world now, right? It's Scout main. A little bit of a background. hello. Alright, so a little bit of background on him, right? He joined the Rebirth a week after it went live, right? He doesn't remember specifically how he originally joined, what's his speculative characteristic, right? Memory. Well, in the field of academia, right, he learned what he loved to do, what his weaknesses were, what he was good and bad at, right? He also understood that, it helped a lot with his anxiety and how to socialize with people around in the community or within the school system. And one thing, if any, depending on his experience, was that, because of this whole pandemic and unfortunately, because of life, of course, being unfair for us all, he learned that goodbyes are sometimes very difficult to, goodbyes are sometimes very difficult to endure, right? Usually before college, especially. But you learn how to overcome them, right? And to overcome them, you have to, build yourself up. So his future ambitions, they consist of, once he does graduate, he wants to go on to college to study animation, all right? Making YouTube videos, making content. Once he's older, he wishes to work for an animation company for movies or games. For advice for the incoming class of 2021, he says, I will probably sound cliche, and hard work, don't overstress yourself, and take the breaks in his school system for revision rate. always always limit yourself, right? Not limit yourself necessarily, but always take the breaks time by time. For instance, in an hour can go for like 25 minutes until it reaches a full hour, right? 4 25-minute revision sessions in essays, etc., right? And always try to cut things down into pieces so you can better digest them, right? Not only for food, because food is freaking good, right? But understand that, hey, you know, take it day by day, time by time, right? More importantly, he wishes you all the best of luck for your future endeavors. Is there anything else you wish to include, DJ Scott, before we move on? Yes, indeed. Seatbelts. Thank you so much, DJ Scout. Next one, Maxie.
Alrighty. Who do we got here? Alrighty. Actually, I'm not seeing, in that document you gave me, I'm not seeing some of the names.
Yeah, I found...
Huh?
Yeah, I found it. I'm sorry, hold on. Just continue forward with whoever's there.
Okay, here we go. Well, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and I don't think... Is Metalhead here? I don't think he is.
No, sorry, it wasn't. No.
Yeah, alright. So, I'm just gonna present while Empress kind of gets the rest of the information. I'm gonna go ahead and read off Metalhead's, transcript here that he wanted to share. So, Metalhead is a soldier main, and he says, I joined OWN when I saw on YouTube that it was about to change. Well, for me it was. And it made me feel like, hey, I belong in there. So he said, here I am. In his academic career, right, he says that he has learned marine biology and got to dissect a fish and make food out of it. His career path, he plans to be a pharmacist. His advice for the class of 2021, don't start to do drugs or alcohol. Nothing good comes from that stuff. Be a good person.
I agree.
For the class of 2021. So, please give a round of applause to Metalhead, even though he couldn't make it today. Please give him some cheers. Alrighty. Alright, baby.
For my next one, right? For the next one. I know it's very lengthy, guys. Be patient. I'm sorry. Alright, KF. My child. Our child. Child of our will now. Yes. Alright, everyone, this is KF, right? He's a sniper main. He recently also became part of the Our Will Now administration. Very proud of him for that. He initially, a little bit of background on him, right, how he joined OWN. He joined OWN through a training session in the HQ, right, a couple of months back. He says that it was very fun, and he loved the military promotion aspect of it. So, essentially, he also joined out of curiosity, since he's heard about OWN throughout his years.
Again, sorry about the...
I really hope that, it isn't what people assumed it to be. Yes, but, yes, next, he also mentions about his experiences in academia, right? He's also learned many things through school, right? He learned how to play the double bass, right? A bass, right? Bass, right?
Bass.
I'm sorry. He also figured out who his friends were, who he was supposed to avoid, and figured out the general tone of the modern American school system, which is, very interesting. He also managed to make his way to the Varsity Orchestra. Very proud of you. Oh my gosh, it's really nice. He also managed to make his way, right? Let's see, and get kicked out of a dual enrollment program, but not because of the achievement, but it was still a big point. Aww. And to get somewhat major part of his school's musical. Oh, really nice, really nice. The school has been, he also mentions that the school has been my day in, day out job for 13 years now, and I'm finally done. I can finally get my life started. This is true. He says he plans on losing weight and joining the Air Force, getting an engineering degree, hopefully in aerospace, and computer science degree, a mortgage on a house, right? Have the next 20 years of my life planned, so it should be good, he says. His advice for the incoming class of 2021 and the subsequent other classes: take everything in stride. You are your own person, and I know you can do great things if you just work for it. I agree. This is very good, dearie. Very good. Is there anything else you wish to tell or share with the incoming class or your current class?
All I have to say is thank you to both of you and everyone for putting this on. Thank you to my class for being such a, great class. And thank you to all of you for coming. And I have one thing to say. Huzzah!
Good job. Thank you so much.
Alrighty. I'm gonna swipe him from you.
Aw,
Is he?
not my Quentin. He's mine.
Oh no, I was talking about Colgate.
Oh.
Colgate. Colgate,
Hey
get up
there.
here. Come on, Colgate. Alright, now I don't actually have the transcript for Colgate.
Let me see here.
No, he's not. He's 13.
My
No.
little baby.
Everything's clear
Wait
over
a
here.
minute. Shouldn't she'd been transitioning to high school?
No,
Is
he's
this true?
No, he's not.
Aww.
No, they're joking around. Where's his transcript?
Aw, little child.
Baby. Where's
Hold on, I'm looking. Apologies, guys. I'm sorry about that.
Now this is enough.
I don't think you submitted one.
Colgate, did you not submit a thing to Empress and I?
Stabbing time.
Oh, okay. So we'll go ahead and do it piece by piece
Taking it day
then.
by day, guys.
Okay. So, I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to respond to the audience. I think that's how we'll do it. So first, obviously, what is your main? He is a heavy main. When and why did you join our world now?
I'm gonna cut a smile into you.
Let us go. No way!
He says, I saw the new
Appreciate it.
series and thought, hey, this looks cool, and then I joined. It's a good reason. So, what's some of the knowledge that you've gleaned from your high school career, or just being in education? What's some of the stuff that you've kind of learned and want to share with other people?
What do you think about school now?
Yeah. Learned some stuff, not much. Do you have a favorite subject from school? History, reading, English, or equivalent literature?
Science.
Science. DJ says lunchtime.
Mm-hmm.
English, history, and others.
Ooh.
That's good. Yeah. Now, what are your aspirations now that you're graduating? What do you think you want to do? Do you want to go in the workforce, or are you going to college, or what? So you're going for programming.
Good job.
Made a little game. Oh, very good. Awesome. Now, do you have any advice for the class of 2021, the incoming class?
Nice shot.
Do you have any advice that you want to give the people who are graduating next year, Colgate? Like stuff that you may learn that you want to pass on to them? I would like to say it's hell, but it's worth it. So Colgate's message, best summed up. Let me know. Let me know if I'm hitting this on the head, Colgate. But your message to the class of 2021 is, keep going. Even though school is hell sometimes, it's worth it in the end. Yep. All right. All right.
Thank
Colgate.
you so much.
Give Colgate a round of applause. Congratulations for graduating, and you're good to go to your position then.
Yeah, come get it.
Next. Last but never the least, everyone. We have reached the near end. Quentin, step forward. Alright everyone, this is Quentin, the silent healer, of course. I believe he's also a medic main. He's been here for a while. He's actually, known him for a little while, a long time. He's worked himself up, right? Made himself a better person, but I'm getting too ahead of myself, right? So he joined OWN, let's see, first after leaving a toxic group, where his leader was very abusive to his own members. He also mentioned that even me, before leaving, I heard that, the leader was against our world now, right? And let's see, he joined the group feeling that, hey, what if that leader was actually a bad guy, right? And OWN was actually a good group. So he was very curious about this. I was actually came from a similar background. So
just to make sure.
Remember. So yeah, he was just very curious, and lo and behold, he's here with us today, right? Celebrating with us, right? Celebrating with his class of 2020, right? So next, in his field of academia, right? He also mentions that there's a lot of experience, but he couldn't put it all together. But but he also mentioned that he got a very perfect score in his oral history examination upon exit levels. His future ambitions were to work in an international programming or gaming corporations such as Valve, Nintendo, Ubisoft, etc. Right? More importantly, fun fact is Ubisoft was originally from France, which Quentin is from. As I did mention before, guys, our world now is very widely diverse. Yes, bring back TF2. But yes, for the future careers path, right? He's going to university for 2 years, and then ideally going into an engineer school for 3 years. Very good, Quentin. Very good ambitions and very good future plans. Now, here comes the interesting part. Is there anything you wish to give advice to from your incoming class of 2021 or your current class, whether it be through online, offline, etc.?
I just had someone talking to me. Did you say something?
No?
Okay. Sorry, it was albino gorilla.
Albino gorilla. Yes, Quentin mentions, right, unfortunately he doesn't have anything to say, right, as he wants to keep the experience confidential, not spoil it, right?
Today is a good day.
He mentions that you should never give up on what you believe in, even if the times are dark and very difficult, okay? Is that all, Quentin?
Forward.
Alright, everyone. Cheer on for Quentin. Cheer on for Quentin. This is our last boy, graduating. The class of 2020. Step forwards before us. Step forwards, all in a single line. Let's go, let's go.
He's with us.
Closer, closer. Closer. We don't bite. I won't maul, alright? Now then. Do you want to do the honors or I do it?
For...
Yeah, switching.
Oh, for switching.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And you said it's primary then?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone at attention?
Oh, DJ, don't do it. Alright. So, a big part of graduation, and I'm sorry it's taking so long, but a big part of graduation is that people, when they graduate, they have their tassel, that little flingy bit on their cap, to one side, and then to symbolize that they have graduated, they will shift it over to another side. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we can't do that. But Empress has worked up a neat little way to actually do that. So as you notice, all these fine people are holding their melee weapons, and when I give the command, they will switch to their primary weapon to symbolize the moving of the tassel. And when I give this command, I don't know if this was included, but you guys are facing us now. When you get that command to move your tassel, go ahead and turn towards the crowd. Alright? Guys, you may move your quote-unquote tassels.
And this being done, alright? This means... hold on, here. Let me give you a hint here.
Thanks. Okay, I'm ready. Oh shit. My power weapon is gone because I rolled the dice.
There you go. Now, go ahead and move your tassel, Sethi. Or your primary weapon.
I don't have it because I rolled the dice. Empress, ma'am.
Oh no. RTD.
It's alright. I have a solution. It's not the best solution, but it's a solution. I want you to know that you need to trust me.
Attack.
Oh, come on, we could have smite him.
Oh, okay. Sethi, hold on.
Bring me the child.
Go, Sethi, go.
Bring me the child.
Hold on, 5 seconds. Fuck.
Alright. And then for the rest of you, go ahead and... now that you move your tassel, go ahead and face towards the crowd then.
Face towards the crowd, face towards the crowd. Where's the child? Bring me the child.
Coming.
Go, Sethi, go.
Where's the tune room? I'm coming. No.
Heil off! Gesundheit! Affirmative!
Where's the child?
I don't know. He's got
How
to
you doing
find
there,
it.
Heavy? Everything clear?
Sethi? Where
He's
is
being
my child?
ID'd. Sethy, where are you? Sethy? Oh my god, he crashed. Alright, hold on. He crashed.
That was probably my
Be
fault.
patient, everyone. Be patient.
Jam!
Be patient, please.
Jam, what did you do?
I turned on God mode on him while he was still no clipped.
Oh no. I didn't kill his game. I just slayed him. That's it.
Should I slay you? I'm just kidding now.
Something's not
My
right.
professional opinion? You're dead!
I'm proud of myself, okay? I just wanted to do something good for the world, and then all of a sudden, I'm getting all the shit and the blame. I'm offended.
You crashed Sethy.
Excuse me. Smite Jam.
No, it ain't tobacco.
offered
I'll smite
jam.
all of you. I'm not.
Offered jam to the blood god.
Sacrifice her to me.
You wanna go? KF, shut up.
Okay, I just want to let you know that from my game, your shotgun has the handle of your... Oh, okay, that's why. It has the handle of your box. But then your box is morphed into your body. I don't know if anyone wants to tune in on Twitch, but it literally just looks...
I swear,
Jam.
I can't do anything nice without getting laughed at.
It's okay, Jam.
We love you,
I didn't
Jam.
want to enable God mode so then anyone's dying. Guess what happens?
It's okay, Jam.
I saw the sniper dot on my forehead and I instantly panicked.
Soundwave, no. Let's see if something's coming on.
Why we can't have
Jam,
nice.
Jam, you're up there.
Yeah, I'm up here because I'm
Yeah, I
administration.
thought you were this guy.
No. Wait,
Give him a few
wait,
more
no,
minutes,
I-
okay?
I will give him,
Oh,
I
it's
thought you
Feather.
were this.
Oh, he looks similar to me. That's cool.
It's your long lost twin brother.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Pyro is a spy!
You look like the medic got a hold of you.
Yeah.
Sethy, so
Very, oh my god.
That's Soundwave.
Oh, there's Sethy. He's joining.
there he is.
Here he comes.
So I'm guessing no clip in God mode will cause someone's
Everyone in
game to
attention,
crash?
let's go.
G Jam. I don't know. Maybe it does.
You wanna go?
Jam.
Let's hope you don't crash again.
I will end your entire lineage with the force of 1,000 suns.
Do it.
I would love to see you two.
listen,
I want to see the Emperor and Jam throw down. I'd like to see that.
You hurt my baby?
He's only in medic main. And even then,
You
so
better
he's
not
not
hurt my
medic main.
baby.
If I wasn't broke as crap, I'd pay money to see.
That's right, the designer. I'm talking smack.
It's about the only thing you can do.
So is Empress so is the Empress
You see,
Thank you for leaving.
Do it,
Thank you for leaving.
Do it.
Dooley!
Where is Sethy?
Alright. Sethy, yep.
I'm just gonna take care of the corpse.
I think he's still joining.
There he is. Spectator.
My child. Join.
sorry I'm late. Game crashed.
It's alright, Sethy,
That
just
was
run.
my fault, Seppi.
Sethy, I don't want
He
to...
has.
No, it's not.
Sethy, go. Sethy, go.
I was about to turn on.
Guys, I'm scared the fucking torch is gonna crash me.
No, just go slow.
Oh,
Don't
is
crash.
No clip the one that's causing it?
Boys.
Hey, Seppi, can I crash a game again? That'd be kind of fun.
Alright, now you can turn... Alright, quiet. Sethy, you can turn around now. You did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the class of 2020.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
Yep.
Yes.
Give them a round of applause, guys.
Congrats, guys. You made it through hell, and now you're gonna make it through double hell. Congratulations.
God, look at these guys.
I'm gonna graduate high school next week, and I know this is gonna be a nightmare.
I just learned a couple weeks ago that I have to do a 50 years.
So you're more than welcome to stay around and take pictures.
Wait, hold up. Just a quick question.
Cheer
Wolf,
everyone up.
Wolf, you don't graduate, do you?
Next year in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Alright.
To get to Wolf's Cross. Was it? Wasn't I meant to get to Wolf's Cross today? Wasn't I meant to get it? What?
Where are we? Maxi, where are we?
What is it?
Wolf's Cross, I always meant to get it.
By the way, I'm from Alabama, and trust me, after graduation, I'll just grab the free guns on the table and shoot in the air.
It's best. Come on.
As a man from Alabama, I say this is true.
Familiar faces.
Oh, Sandy, I swear to the Lord, do not start singing that song, please.
Oh God!
Familiar
My
faces.
sister kept like singing that song so much, and it's not gonna be the fit.
Would you like me to end your suffering? I can do it quickly.
Listen. I prefer you do that at another time because I actually have to do a 5th year of high school, so I prefer you do it then, please.
Sephi.
Sorry.
So if you want me to end your existence, tell me, okay?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you can go ahead and stay around and take pictures with the graduates and whatnot, or just vibe here, okay? Thank you so much for coming. Those of you who joined our stream, those of you who joined, the graduation ceremony.
Just want to take some...
You have made a little bit of an impact to you like this, okay?
Oh my God! I
What about my Wolf's Cross? Damn!
Hello.
Oh, the stream is still on, so they can hear you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just ending the stream now. Alright, guys, that has been the 2020 commencement ceremony of the graduating class of 2020. I know that was a bit redundant, so we hope you enjoyed. I know the stream was a little bit off and on. Just go ahead and... I'm back out of the server now. But I'll go ahead and change the thing to the welcome. Or to actually to the rally ground. So for those still watching, thank you guys so much for watching. And again, big shout outs to everyone who followed today. Which is, let me actually look here, because I actually have to drag it down. There we go. So I do want to say here that, there we go. So big thanks to, obviously, the Empress for following, Isaac Clark 115, Mark and Ma, Michael W201, and The Twitched. We appreciate your guys' support of the actual commencement ceremony, and we appreciate that you guys made time today to support our graduates, even though they couldn't do it in person today. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or if you want to talk to any of the graduates, please feel free to reach them out to them via Steam or Discord. We will be streaming regularly, and we will probably be doing a... or not regularly, we will be streaming here in the future, and then we'll be covering a COVID-19 charity live stream here soon, so stay tuned for that. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you're not part of our Steam group, please look at our cards below. We have links to our Steam and Discord in the card section below, which I think is what you call it for Twitch. Enjoy the rest of your day. This stream clip will be accessible for the next day or so. Have a great one.